You know, young people really do make a difference all over the world. And even here in Albuquerque, we have a young man who has been making a huge difference in Albuquerque, affecting the lives of tens of thousands of people. And he's only 14 years old. And gosh, I get almost teary thinking about how much you've done. Donovan Smith, welcome back to the Children's Hour.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Would you just tell our listeners a little bit about your story?
Well, about 6 to 7 years ago, me and my mother, frankly, became homeless. And after we recovered from homelessness, Mom decided to homeschool me. Since I transferred to so many schools, I believe homeschooling was probably the easiest option. And actually the first homeschool lesson or project was making soap. So we tried it out because why not? And it first started off as giving it away to friends and family. They really enjoyed it, positive feedback throughout, and really selling at a local rear yards market. And I suppose currently it later evolved into my own retail store.
That is such a great story. And when you were here last time, which was about, I think it was the summer of 2016.
I believe so.
And you were in a project where you were making soap every month to give away to people who were also homeless, but currently homeless. And you had decided you were going to do, I remember at the time you were like, oh, I was going to do, what, like 700 soaps or something a month. And then you started, and then you were like, actually I'm doing 1,000 soaps a month. And now you have given away over...
Currently over 20,000 soaps.
Whoa. Can you believe that? That is amazing. Whoa.
Thank you.
You are cleaning up. Right. Seriously. So Donovan Smith, you're now a store, you're a proprietor in Albuquerque, you're an entrepreneur, you're a kid, you're 14, you're still being homeschooled by your mom, and you are involved in even, it wasn't enough. You are one of these people where it wasn't enough to just make soaps for people and give them away. Now what are you doing?
Well, right now, I really just ask the organization, as always, what they might need, any resources. I'm actually extending not just soaps, but also making shampoos for them, sending it off to them. Of course, probably just only like a few months ago, I extended probably 15,000 soaps before I went on vacation. I just went ahead and made 5,000 and just increased my goal to 20,000 and just donated it to them. So just anything that the organization might need, I always try to accomplish that goal and give it to them.
That is amazing. Are you, I was reading somewhere that you are participating right now in a GoFundMe. Is that right?
Yeah.
You're doing something. Tell me about that.
Well,
What's that about?
I set up the GoFundMe just for people to help fund me with, well, paying my homeless clients. I actually have workers at DonovanDiscovers. I just set it up for people to fund me with anything that they might need, just to help me out. And the actual GoFundMe, I suppose, website actually contacted me because they were so inspired by my story, and just wanted to share my story and really extend my goal on GoFundMe just to really help me out and
So we
reach
back up.
people farther.
You're actually employing people who have experienced homelessness or who are homeless?
As soon as I opened up the store, which was last August, I realized probably the one main goal I want for the store is to hire homeless individuals. Currently, I have hired 9 homeless individuals over the time period, and I think it's really important simply because I just want them to get a chance back on their feet.
Donovan, that is such an inspiring and beautiful story, and I know listeners are listening who have their own businesses who are not doing this. And if you, I'm just wondering, what has it been like having employees who are homeless? I mean, you have 9 employees,
Yeah.
and I would guess they're maybe pretty loyal to you and your job.
Yeah, well,
It's a
I've
good
hired
deal for
9
you.
homeless employees over from the opening till now, and I currently have one. His name is Anthony. Not gonna say his last name, of course, but yeah, I hired them from DVR, Division of Vocational Rehab, and also St. Martin's Day Laborer Program, and it's just been very helpful.
That's fantastic. And you're still making soaps. You're still giving away soaps. But, Maggie has a question here. Yeah.
Why soaps?
Well, in terms of just creativity, I think soaps is very fun for me because you'd be surprised how many things you could do with soap, from fragrances to the actual shapes. Recently, I actually made a Black Panther soap. Looks exactly like Black Panther.
That's so cool.
And in terms of donations, soaps is very important to really make our community, homeless community, cleaner and safer.
Wow, that is such a cool story. Now, folks want to go visit your store. Tell us we have a couple minutes before we have to take a break, but can you explain to us you've been, I know you've been on the Children's Hour, woohoo, the Children's Hour, but you've also been on national television, and then you had this kind of incredible thing happen to you. Do you want to talk about how the store came to be?
Well, I think it was actually the very beginning of 2017. We were actually doing another project, and as soon as we got back, just a media company contacted us saying, we want to do a feel-good story. And so they came down and actually filmed, and it wasn't until the very last day that they completely surprised us. We were walking down with a friend who was in cahoots with them. There was Mike Rowe standing there, and he said, aren't you Donovan, aren't you Casey? And he later went on to kind of tease us with the store, and he said, well, technically this is your store. And he opened up the doors, and it was just, from there, it was just mind-blowing. All the space, all the...
This media company actually got the storefront for you, set up the store for you?
It was a complete secretive thing, so we had absolutely no idea. So they came down, filmed, and we were kind of suspicious of what's going on because they were kind of beating around the bush. And that whole experience was just amazing.
Did your mom know in advance?
No.
She was just blown away as you are.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the footage of this, I saw the footage. It was really incredible because you really are blown away. They're walking you down the street and they're saying, yeah, we're doing this feel-good story about you, Donovan. You're a cool guy. Oh, by the way, here, come in this store. And then you open the door and it says, DonovanDiscovers.
Yep, my whole logo and everything, it was just insane.
We're going to come back to you. Donovan Smith is in the studio with us. He is just one person making a huge difference in the city of Albuquerque. And really, we're so pleased that you're with us on the show, Donovan. Hang in there, and the girls will lead us in here. Go for it.
You're listening to the Children's Hour. This is 89.9 KUNM and KUNM.org. Live and local from the University of New Mexico.
Ballet Repertory Theater presents Alice in Wonderland.
Hey, Donnie, make sure that you mention Facebook. Make sure you mention Facebook and returning the favor.
Where it is. What's it like to run the store? Is it hard work? What are your hours? Can you talk about that? Can you guys help me with that?
Alice in Wonderland by Ballet Repertory Theater.
Is it? Do you teach soap making? I know he does. So let's get him to talk about that sort of thing. The guy does a lot more than you realize. 14 people. 14.
Hi, I'm Noah, the guy who saves the animals in the Great Flood. The ark was really useful in those days, but now my wife is sick and tired of your old boat cluttering our front yard. That's why I'm giving the ark to KUNM. Let KUNM take your unwanted vehicles and help support public radio at the same time.
Learn more at KUNM.org or call 888-KUNM-CAR.
Oh no, Noah, what's this? In the next ice age, this snowmobile might just save the world. Ugh.
From Saturday, March 17th to Friday the 23rd, KUNM needs 4 people on every shift during our spring fundraiser to talk on the phone and type into a computer too. We provide video training to watch at home, plus free parking, free CDs, lunch from House of Bread, and dinner from Fan Tang. We still need people with good handwriting and a pleasant voice for some phone shifts. Sign up at KUNM.org.
5 seconds. Are we ready? Gonna help me?
And pick your spot.
Yeah?
Thanks.
Cool. You are tuned to the Children's Hour here on KUNM. I'm Katie Stone in the studio today with our friend Donovan Smith.
Hello.
Hello. And also some of our crew.
Hello. Hi.
Kids have a lot of questions about the store. Donovan is a young man, 14 years old, making history right here in Albuquerque, and has a store called DonovanDiscovers. It's a soap store. It's both online and in person, but girls, go for it. Let's find out more about the store.
So if I wanted to buy soap,
Where is the store? What are your hours?
Well, the physical store is at 205 Silver Avenue Southwest, and I have tons of options, just candles, wax tablets, actual soaps, bath bombs, and so much more. But I'll also sell on Etsy as DonovanDiscovers.
Super cool. Etsy. Do you know Etsy was founded by somebody who's here in Albuquerque? Isn't that cool?
I heard a little bit about that. That's
Jared,
pretty cool.
shout out to Jared. Look, Jared, you're doing awesome things even now. So more questions. Soap making, yeah.
Is it hard to run a business?
Probably running both Etsy and DonovanDiscovers. The physical store is a little hard, but at the same time, it's very comfortable because I have a lot more space now. I suppose yes and no. I have a lot more space, but at the same time, there's so much support, which means there's tons of orders and tons of soaps to be made.
And you have, you're doing such good work, and now you have some help, and so, yeah. Any more? Yeah. What about, do you teach how to make soap? Because I've always wondered how hard it is. Do you ever teach people how to make soap?
I was going to. That was the second option when I opened up the store, was actually give classes of different soap making, tea bags, different methods. But then I later put it aside to focus on things like Hurricane Harvey, like making soap thin.
Wait. Hurricane Harvey, wait. You made soaps for Hurricane Harvey?
Yes. We actually just put it out my whole social media that we're having a soap party for the community to come down, just bring base with you, and we will try to make as many soaps as possible to donate to.
How many did you make?
I think like
3,000.
3,000.
Whoa! Wow!
That's a lot of soap.
That is a lot of soap, indeed. Some of your soaps are so cool. They are shaped in different shapes. You're right about the shapes. They're really neat looking and super fun. But even more important is sort of the principle of what you're doing. Do you have like an overall philosophy to your life and your business?
I don't know about that. That's pretty deep. But I'd probably say I definitely do have a reason for my main donations is one, to also inspire people to help out in their community, figure out what the organization may need, do what they can. And like I said, do what you can. Just look around. Just figure out what you can do. It's not always just blankets or clothes that they may need. Just ask them. Surprisingly, it could be something such as shampoos or even feminine products. It's very important to ask that.
Wow. What's next for you? Just keeping it all going and.
Honestly, at this point, I never know what's going to be happening next. It's always a surprise. But throughout my whole career of soaping and elsewhere, just always trying to help out my homeless community.
Donovan Smith, you can find him at, what's the address?
205 Silver Avenue Southwest. It's right across from the Amtrak station.
205 Silver Southwest. And you can also find him online.
Yes, at DonovanDiscovers.
At DonovanDiscovers. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Facebook. And all DonovanDiscovers. Just search for that and you'll find him. And also search out the video of Donovan being blown away when he finds out that he gets.
It's on actually the new thing that they added to Facebook, which is Facebook Watch. You can watch the new show, Return the Favor. I'm actually episode 2.
Return the Favor, episode 2. Donovan, you are making Albuquerque, single-handedly at 14 years old, you are making Albuquerque a better place. And we honor you and we thank you. Thank you for being with us on the Children's Hour. You are so cool.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you don't do that's cool? No.